archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. Before I say anything, I just want to say I've hurt my tongue recently. I think I bit it or something. There's certain words I can't say at the moment. So if I mangle some words, especially with an S in, that's why. I'm about to begin a Tormented Souls adventure, and I don't know where this was recommended to me. I sort of bought it on a whim. It was kind of cheap. But it seems to want to be a Resident Evil. And even when you turn the game on, it says, oh, this game contains scenes of gore and violence, which is, you know, you don't generally need to put that in a computer game anymore, but it's what Resident Evil did have. And since the last Resident Evil I played about like 20 minutes ago was Resident Evil 6, it can only come off favourably, right? So I've recently finished a game there. It says, if you hide me, Martha is dead. And that is a sort of an indie horror. And I'm somebody who misses the AA space of computer games. You know, there's indie stuff, but I'm liking sort of these more obscure companies making throwback games, you know? So I thought, why not? I'll give it a go. The other thing is, I did watch the PC game show, and they advertised Tormented Souls too. And a part of that was just like, oh, this is a more legitimate game than I thought it was. So let's find out, shall we? This is a bit of a tryout. Who knows? But generally, I don't give up on games. They have to be pretty bad for me to give up. And honestly, I don't think it could be worse than Resident Evil 6. Fuck me, that game. Let's click on the screen. Let's begin, shall we? I know very little about this. Some plant pots. It's published by P-Cube, developed by Dual Effect and Abstract Digital Works. There's a long mirror. We have those. We are presumably this lady.
A letter for me? I never receive letters.
It's from John Doe, a hospital wild burger, Winter Lake, Blackwood Island, Canada. To Caroline Walker. We shall interact with it. Yes, I just read that. I'd like to open it. There we go. It's one of those photographs. I was looking at my beard going, is there something in there? No, I've just got a really patchy beard. It's really annoying. The damaged photograph of two girls who appears to be twins. I'm assuming we're one of them. You think you can abandon us here? It says.
It's been 2 weeks since I received that letter from the Wildburger Hospital.
What?
Since then, I haven't been fine. I can't get out of my head the image of those little girls. I can't sleep. And when I am able to fall asleep, it's only to dream horrible nightmares. I need to know what's going on. What's the meaning of all of this? I'm going to the Wildburger Hospital in hopes of finding some answers about this strange photo. I need to know what's going on.
Well, hopefully we can turn the voices up. Dutch angle. I will say So a lot of survival horror, like the best we've gone to a private restroom apparently, is like from the PS2 era for me. And so there's a particular look. There's a particular look that I'm used to. I will continue my thought in a second. So I'm wondering if I've accidentally bought a different game than I thought I bought. Oh, she just immediately got dressed. That's for the best. Okay, well, I suppose I'm not used to... Yeah, I don't think I've seen outright nudity in one of these games before. It's sort of the risk with... Ooh, we've had an eye taken. So one of the games I tend to... I recently played Martha is Dead, and I compared it to The Medium. Because there's things I don't like about The Medium. Specifically because, like, The Medium and... Like, it worried me that the guys who made The Medium went on to make the Silent Hill remake. Because Silent Hill works very well because the sort of metaphorical level of what's going on is very ambiguous, whereas The Medium says, oh yeah, by the way, there's a psychic world that lives next to ours, and everything there is canon. It's true, she's not hallucinating, she's a psychic, and there are demons inside people. And like, you're like, that's massively problematic for reasons. Like, no, you need that ambiguity there. But what The Medium did do is introduce the character and have you hang out with her for a while before she was thrown into the deep end. I have no fucking clue who this is. But I've already seen her naked, and I will say that's not a great first impression for a game. But I'm hoping we'll just continue. We'll push past it. I'm kind of glad no one was watching live. Why was I connected to the respirator? Because somebody. I assume it's not on Twitch's banned list or anything like that. Respirators and oscilloscopes. Why did they do this to me? I can tell you that Steam won't let me buy adult games because now, because I'm in the UK and God, what have they done to me? And everyone needs to put ID, and I was like, I've had Steam for over 18 years. You could have done. Who could have done such a horrible thing to me, and why? Anyway, let's move on from that. It didn't... The reason why I'm dwelling is you can use nudity as a tool, right? You are incredibly vulnerable, right? That's an incredibly vulnerable situation she found herself in. But I genuinely didn't have any reason to care, so it felt like titillation, which I do appreciate. Go with horror, people like those two things. Like, generally you don't want to mix the two. I think a really good example is it's a parody film, but Cabin in the Woods. They even say it. There's nudity in that film because the elders, the higher ups, the audience demand that. but they always make sure that and the violence is never happening at the same time. And this broke that rule. That's why I'm uncomfortable with it. That, like, she was in the bath as a result of violence and she'd lost her eye. It's a time when I'm supposed to be going, oh God, what's happened to you? My goodness, what's wrong? You know? And it didn't feel like that sort of shot. It felt like the naked lady. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm making a bigger deal than it, but it's just a little skeevy, and there's room for that. Like, you could, like, I'm not against even that in games. I don't think it pairs very well with a horror opening of you being taken and a part of you being stolen from you. Another contrast. And by the way, I will, if the game doesn't do this again, like if I walk into the next room and it's just turns into Dead or Alive, I'm not sure I'm going to play it, but I'm going to give the game the benefit of the doubt here. Just say that maybe that's not a decision I would have gone with. Another contrast is a game called Haunting Grounds. Haunting Grounds. Made by, well, it's like a spiritual successor to Clock Tower 3. And you go to a spooky house, and the very first thing that happens is you are, it's a slightly skeevy scene. You are taken away, your clothes are taken away from you. You don't see nudity as such, you see a towel, but like, and I'm not sure about that scene either, to be honest, but the scene afterwards where you're given a dress and somebody is watching her put on the dress. So we only see it from like angles, we don't get to see anything. But the fear is somebody's watching her. So all this sort of skeeviness serves a purpose. Somebody is watching her. And you are like, what's, a lot of these games have like young female protagonists, because the whole Buffy thing, like those are typically the vulnerable characters in horrors, and it's fun to watch them fight back, right? But there's subtext to a lot of them. The violence has a sort of sexual nature to it, a lust, and Haunting Grounds leans a lot closer to that subtext. Sometimes it goes too far. There's one particular character that game was just straight up like, I'm not even gonna fuck around with subtext. Hang on, where's the button? I have the exact button.
I know writers who use subtext, and they're all cowards.
There was one character in that game that is that. But the first two characters works very well. It's very scary for that reason, because somebody's going to be violent to you in a certain particular way. It's more realistic than these games generally do. Anyway, there is the sort of thing that this happened at the start, and already the worst thing that's going to happen to her in this game has already happened. Anyway, I'm hoping this is interesting. It's not sounding like me ranting about like, oh, games. I'm happy to have like adult themes in games, like, and all that. I'm having thoughts now. I'm saying those thoughts. I thought I wouldn't be able to believe anymore. All of this time I have refused to let hope grow inside my chest, and now that Maria is pregnant again, I'm going to believe again for Maria, whose little soul's not me. It's William Wildberger's diary. I also think Wildberger is a silly name. Do not let shadows embrace you. What does it mean? I like the coat hook. That's a nice touch. By the way, all these horror games have like a little bit, like Haunting Grounds is a skeevy game. I'm sorry to go on about this. Do I need a key? Haunting Ground, all these games have unlockable clothing, and it's always inappropriate. Fatal Frame, I played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fatal Frame goes from a game that clearly cares about being a haunted, spooky experience where you're photographing ghosts into a series about photographing beautiful ghosts in the rain. Where so, as I said, it does sort of go hand in hand. I just think, I mean, it undermines the horror. Here are the controls. I guess I'm just not used to it. Is there a reason to do that? I'm in a different jacket now. I can't see what. Oh, it's an entire set of clothes. Now I look like the Attack on Titan lady. Okay. Then I rescind a groan. Okay. Let's see if we can get out this room. Okay. Okay. She looked at me with her eyes wide, as if she had not seen me in years, like she was waking up from a dream. That is not all. Something odd happened when I checked my watch to find the exact time at which the first baby Emma was born. I opened the lid, the glass cracked, and the hands are utterly stopped. I do not think this event to have meaning or other. I'm not a superstitious man, but Maria insists that it's a sign. She started using it for the hour. The hour is a lucky number and uses it for everything. And what time is that? I would like to interact more closely, please. (1971). Not keen on having to move my head closer to the screen. Oh, we don't want the date, we want the time, don't we? Also 1972. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's open. Time stood still when my two angels fell from heaven. Photograph of babbies. Okay, it is 12:35. We get to keep the padlock. We have a wrench. Jaw size is adjustable, just like my jaw size. can be more. Oh, do you want me to? Okay. I'm gonna say that's too dark. Old gaslighter. Fair enough. We're gonna come back. Also, if I wanted to be horribly cynical, when it comes to like, if you want to use nudity to draw people in, you might not want to put it in the very first scene because you've given away the goods, as it were. If you allow me to be a bit crass. If you're using it for that reason, it's a reward, and a reward should be given after something's been accomplished. I definitely am overthinking it, by the way, I know that. I was terrified of what William would do when he finally saw my naked skin. What he'd do is he'd just talk for like 10 minutes and not fucking play the game. But my fears were unfounded. He accepted me, even with the scars on my back left by my father's whip. William asked me why he did it, of course. I explained that the pain was to redeem my sins. William never looked at my father in the same way again. I would like a map. Oh, also, fair enough. We started where? Judith beheading Holofernes, painted by Caravaggio in 1602. Depicts Judith beheading Syrian general Holofernes in his tent after charming him. The recreation of Caravaggio's work is outstanding. It almost looks like the original. Okay, I'm going to look at the... That I really like. I really like you reminding me the button. That's a great idea. For a tutorial, it's out the way because I never need to turn it around more than once, unless I forget, of course. There is this thing where I have to keep fucking spinning it. I can't tell where I'm standing right now, but it's presumably the East Wing corridor. Locked from the other side. We need a special key. So that symbol there is the key that I need. We'll go back first. Electronically. How did we get... The nails can be used with a nailer. I believe that is called a nail gun for sure. Thought about the S.T.A.R.S tribe. According to the latest archaeological discoveries on Winterlake Island, the S.T.A.R.S tribe resided on the island for more than 500 years before being discovered by the European settlers. Proof of this is an active underground cemetery found deep inside a cavern on the island's shore, dating from the 10th century. More than 286 skeletons belong to 10-year-old children have been unearthed so far in the underground cemetery. All the bones were buried in pairs. Experts suspect these were twins buried together. Speaking of Fatal Frame 2, they're remaking that actually, aren't they? Oh no, it's out of order. It's locked electronically. Why didn't we bring the wrench with us? Also, I don't think this picture needed boobs in either. But that's just me. Keep it all. Examination room. Is that a save point? Side of plastic. This has all been great so far. Aside from the weird first scene, it's covered in blood. I hope this isn't. This is blood. But it reeks. Don't dare lift the sheet. Mannequin of a human torso. I've got a part. Press the play button. Tape is required to save progress. Oh, how I feel about that. Some systems we left behind on for a good reason. Please. Interesting old files. says 1, which makes me think my save will disappear if I use it.
An old magnetophone. It looks like it works. Recording my progress might be useful if anything happens to me.
It's got all Metal Gear on us.
My name is Caroline Walker. I came to Wildberker Mansion seeking information about 2 girls in a photograph I received in the mail a couple of weeks ago.
She's sounding surprisingly chipper for somebody who woke up naked with her eye taken from her in a strange house. I mean, I guess she went to the house, but you know what I mean.
The last thing I remember before losing consciousness was arriving at the hospital and entering the mansion's main hall. I remember pain and then nothing. I woke up sometime later connected to a ventilation machine. And my eye had been removed. Why? Why would someone do such a thing? I don't know what the hell is going on in this place, but I need answers. Every time I close my eyes, I see those girls. Am I going insane?
I mean, every time you close your eye, I think you find. Ooh, I like that. I like the spooky mannequin being framed like that. Was that on purpose? I hope so. That's really clever if that's on purpose. I'm gonna say that is, because that's a really cool shot. Like, genuinely, it was like, oh, there's a spooky guy standing behind her. It's just the mannequin. Very clever. Good. Can we save here anytime we want? No. You know what would be better than just the system from Resident Evil? Any other system, but in between, what would have been nice is just like you need to find a tape per machine, and you can always record a bit more on that tape. But you need, if you find a new save point, you need to find a new. I don't know, something like that. You didn't need to go all the way back to Resident Evil. But I do appreciate that this is a throwback, and therefore is interested in doing throwback stuff. So, like, I guess we can't complain. I just did though. Totally can. So yeah, this is a clever idea. I still really like that. I guess we can't get into the main hall. It's been shut. Let's go downstairs then. I also like wandering around with the lighter. We have nails. That makes me think there'll be a nail gun. Or a nailer, I suppose. Oh, that's open. Don't have the map. Ooh, extend socket. Missing a handle. Patient report. Dr. William Wildberger. Since the patient's health is extremely delicate and the transfer could worsen their condition, I would advise against transferring them to the new hospital. Patient is a cardiac insufficiency and requires immediate transplant. Patient passed away at 11:34 due to a cardiac arrest. At the time of the death, they were holding on to a metal object with the rapid onset of rigor mortis, and I am unable to remove it from their hand. Okay, now we go for it. They don't all need to be Dutch angles, game. I don't know if you've seen Battlefield Earth, but it will undermine what you're trying to do if you make every single angle a Dutch angle. Contrast is important. Ooh. Be mutilated. Yes, I can see. Hell is going on here? Noise a noise. Yes, I suppose it does. Hey, it said I had a run button, but I can't find it. X plus T-pad. Oh, I guess if I'm using the D-pad, then it's tank controls. Why would I ever want to use tank controls and then it has a run button? The analog stick is naturally going to do that. If you really want the old school experience, I suppose it's there. I don't like the tank controls are fucking rubbish. Even when I replay Resident Evil, I turn that shit off. Let's go for that. I was gonna say, oh no, he's handy capable, and then I was like, you know what? I don't know if that is funny. I think that might be just. You what?
What the hell is going on here?
My child, you are pale. What happened to you?
A person in a wheelchair with knives in his hands was chasing me.
Oh, it's you. Don't you remember me? I'm the town priest. We met here in the chapel only a couple of days ago.
What? I'm sorry. I don't remember you. I certainly don't remember coming here before.
I see. Perhaps I'm mistaken. I'm old and get confused every now and again.
What is going on here, Father? Where is everybody?
The patients and the hospital personnel have been transferred to the new hospital in town. This old mansion has been left pretty much abandoned.
Why are all the lights off? I don't like this.
Anything could be lurking in the dark.
I feel the same. Something evil is happening here. Something wicked that hides in the shadows.
Yeah, the fucking monster with the claws for hands.
Is there a way to turn on the lights?
The old generator has been playing up. It happens sometimes. Go to the end of the hall and through the door that leads to the generator room. You can restore the power from there.
I see. I'll do that.
Wait. Take this with you. It's not much, but it might be useful. It's dangerous to walk around the mansion unarmed.
Thank you, Father, but what are you going to do without a weapon?
My child, with a Bible in my hand, God protects me.
Really? It's a nailer with modified air pressure tank to increase the power. Why does the priest have one of these? Not plugged in. Left trigger plus right trigger. That's the system. Yeah. Wanted to see if the skirt would go whirly-whirly, but it did not. Morphine treats minor injuries. I need a tool of these size. I can nail things up. I can't unnail them. Oh. The other side.
I came here looking for information about the two girls in this photograph.
I see. What do you want to know about them?
Who the fuck are they?
Anything, really. I was hoping to find some leads around here.
I don't know what you're looking for, but I can tell you these girls are no longer with us.
So you're saying I'm definitely not secretly one of them?
There was an incident some decades ago where they disappeared, never to be found again.
Did that incident happen approximately the same amount of time it took for me to age to the age that I am right now?
That sounds terrifying.
Oh, the line says,
Indeed, if you want more details, you could try the mansion library. I'm sure you'll find something there.
Thank you, Father. Take care. I came here looking for information. Anything.
There,
That.
indeed, I'm sure.
Thank you, Father.
Okay, so we have X socket and a plastic card. I'm not sure where I have not gone yet. Just a little bit of morphine. Mikasa. That's it from Attack on Titan. I've only seen the first series of that. But we appear to be dressed up as Mikasa. For some reason. They are wearing masks, yes. You're out of order. The whole system's out of order. Fucking lies. You know, a pipe wrench would be wonderful. It's a shame we threw away our only one. I missed this room, didn't I? What morphine? It's the save room music. Yeah, it's I have to figure out this puzzle because I can't save otherwise. Alien Egyptian, well, alien pharaoh wasp.
I came here looking for anything, really.
I don't know. There was an...
That.
Indeed, if you want... I'm...
Thank you,
Ancient
Father.
library, but yeah, I mean, sure, but I don't know how to get there. A crowbar. Okay, cool. Might want to make those objects a tiny bit more obvious, but... Wait. Oh, I don't remember where I left that. Small valve. There's an issue with an electronic generator. Pressure of the gas must be extract for it to ignite. Correct pressure is written on the control panel. Ah. Is that the result you wanted or the result you didn't want? Awesome. Do we want it to be 11 then? Cool. The X-ray. Radioactive suits are lined up on the wall. Why is it red? Is it red for you have stuff to do in there still?
You may find what you're looking.
How can...
It's on the second floor of the East Wing. Take the stairs in the main hall. Oh, you'll need to unlock the door in the waiting room.
Thank you. Take care, Father.
Today is one of the happiest days of my life. William came running into the room, searching for something. His eyes travelled around the room, giving me no more than a few seconds of attention. But then he looked at me again, his eyes wide open and open wide. William came to me and put a hand on my forehead. He pressed his fingers into my wrist and looked at me for a few seconds, unbelieving. His voice faltered as he spoke. "We're going to have a baby," he said. "I felt sick." Why does this door exist? Oh no, this is how we came in. It's this door. I'm not sure why it exists. Photo of a nurse standing next to a patient. Lucas Huston, evening shift, electrical maintenance 14:45. That's the time. The nurses told me that a lamp was malfunctioning in the maternity ward. When I turned on the lights, I could see that one of the bulbs in the wall was indeed flickering. As I was getting ready to change it, a man came out of nowhere, grabbing me by the shoulders, pushing me back with his strength unimaginable for someone his age. He told me not to touch it. I didn't want to argue with him, so I simply left. I can't stop thinking about it. Why did the old man prevent me from touching it? I should check it out. I need another piece of heart. Full of various medicines. Ooh. I'm not sure I'd finished exploring upstairs now all the lights are on. We Parasite Eve now. I'll explore there. I just want to explore other places first. Okay. Can't get to that door. Okay. It's the dentist room. Shit, I hadn't saved. I'm just gonna check to see where it would continue. That's quite a while back, isn't it? I don't even have the second map. Alright. Then that will do for the time being. I'll make some notes so I can speed run the next bit, but I'm gonna leave this game for the time being. Yeah, I enjoyed this. I won't lie, The start made me nervous. I feel like I made that pretty clear, to be honest. But yeah, this seems pretty good. I was going to say, I'm surprised there aren't more monsters, but more monsters are here, and they're quite strong. Somebody was a big fan of Resident Evil. So yeah, I'm happy to put this on the playlist. Assuming it doesn't get any more skeevy. Yes. Thank you very much for watching. I've been the Johnstruct. I've been having a tormented souls adventure. Farewell. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.